to take you away from both games. I did this in both.
I just need the apology to be as loud as the disrespect was. That's all I need. It was a bad shot, but he was out of rhythm as well.
Don't try to take up. That was a bad shot.
He was out of rhythm though.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Kendal. I'm here with my man Khalil, and this is another episode of the Wild Card. We got a good show for y'all today. We got some rumors coming from Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson State talking about moving conferences, or at least that's the rumor. So, Khalil, what's your thoughts on it?
So I think that I speak for the masses, and we're gonna get into your reign after a while.
Yeah, because I got a good one.
It's a bad idea. Why would you, if the whole goal is Deion's been preaching, I'm doing it for my people. I'm doing it for my people. If Jackson State goes to the Big 12 or Big 10, if they leave the SWAC in general,
yeah.
Do you know how unpopular Deion Sanders is going to look? At that point, it's going to look like he just used Jackson State as a stepping stool to get onto the bigger playing field. Mm-hmm. The whole goal of him going to HBCU was to level the playing field. And I feel like he has made it, with him going to Jackson State and the players he's brought in, he's helped every single HBCU, even us. We never would have got a 4-star quarterback or a 4-star receiver or any of these defensive players we got if it wasn't for him, in my opinion. But I just don't feel like, and the thing is also, if you can't even beat South Carolina State, who's a MEAC team, you can't beat some of these other bigger teams in the conference. You're struggling with Prairie View A&M. Prairie View, I'm sorry. What's going to happen if you go to the big house and play Ohio State or play Michigan or play Michigan State? What's going to happen?
Bro, you just gonna do them like that?
No disrespect, but you the size difference in the Big 10 and the SWAC. If you're not coming in with 350-pound plus old linemen, you're gonna get bullied at the line of scrimmage. You can have all the talent on the outside, the quarterback position, the running back position. If you don't have those guys up front, because if they step on the field in Ohio State or Michigan, they're gonna look like little men. It's gonna be like a high school team playing against a college NFL team.
You're gonna see the difference
exactly
as soon as the game starts. Yeah.
Not to mention the atmosphere of going in there, the weather change. That's a big adjustment. I'm sure you can let anybody better than anybody else. When you coming from Baltimore to Alabama, the weather is too
crazy. Humidity, all of that, bro. Crazy.
I'm talking about you going from 100-degree weather to you may be outside and it's negative 4 degrees outside. Mm-hmm. That's just my point on it. What you got?
So, all right. So I'm gonna say it like this. I read this SI.com article, right? And it was basically listing like a couple of scenarios for HBCU footballs in the future of it. So one of the best scenarios that I read on it was for the SWAC and the MEAC to combine to make a HBCU super conference or mega conference or whatever. I like that idea. I really do. They also had another one that was like, the best of the best in all the conferences. They come together and build like a mega conference or whatever. I didn't really like that one. No. The SWAC and the MEAC though, I think that's a great combination. So I'm gonna lay something out for you that you spoke on a little bit, and then I'm gonna go. Let me know, before Deion Sanders was hired as Jackson State's head coach, who in the mainstream media was talking about Jackson State University?
Unless we were talking about Shannon Sharp, bringing it up every once in a blue moon on Undisputed, nobody. It was all, if we're talking about HBCUs before Jackson State, it was always Grambling because of their football history.
Yes. Before, and I'm going to repeat what you just, before Deion Sanders stepped foot in Jackson, Mississippi, nobody was talking about Jackson State University football. Now you looking at mainstream media, a lot of people, when they mention HBCU, Jackson State University is one of the first schools that come up. And I'm putting the onus on Deion Sanders right now because he was the first one to do it like that and to be as big of a name as he is. But then you look at okay, Deion Sanders did it. Then you had Eddie George going to Tennessee State. Then you had Hugh Jackson going to Grambling State.
Coach Robinson.
You got Eddie Robinson going to Alabama State.
Yeah.
It's changing the culture, and that's a good thing. That's what we need. We need that, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. What's the biggest reason Deion Sanders has changed the culture? Because it's making other teams have to compete. You spoke on it earlier. When is the first time? When have you seen this many 4 or 5 star high schoolers or recruits? I mean, or transfers committing to HBCUs like in droves, like one after another.
Unless they got in some type of trouble at their Power 5 school, they weren't just coming there just off a high school visit.
HBC and respect to the 80s, respect to the 90s, and before then, HBCU football has never been like this. We getting televised game after televised game. We getting this person shouting us out, this person shouting us out. It's good for business. So why would you want to just take that away and say, okay, Jackson State or FAMU or whatever, you go to this conference and play with the other schools, the PWIs. Me, I'm not a fan of black talent saying I'm not really interested in playing with other black talent. I'm gonna go play against the best of the best when we can bring them the best of the best. All I'm saying is, and Snoop Dogg said this, and I really loved it. I really love what he said. He said, I love competition. Competition brings the best out of us. Now, he was saying that in music. He was saying that in the entertainment industry. I'm saying it as a former player. When I used to play sports, I loved competition. It made me better. It brought out the best in me because I love when somebody better than me. Because when somebody better than me, it gives me something to work for. It makes me want to improve. Absolutely. So if you think about it for them now, if I'm a SWAC school, it ain't no easy games in the SWAC no more.
Nah, not at all.
You're gonna be in a fight regardless, whether it's the first half, whether it's the first quarter. You still gonna be in a fight. You can't overlook nobody. It's no pushovers.
Yeah.
So, and Alabama State is a perfect example. We went 5-6 last year.
We won 5-6 wasn't our record though. If you were coming into Alabama State, it wasn't gonna be no sweet game.
I'm gonna give you that for sure. But I'm saying our record was 5-6 at the end of the day. On paper, our record was 5-6. We lost to Jackson State, we lost to Alabama A&M, and we lost to FAMU. 3 of the biggest teams, I think, in the SWAC.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Coach Donald Hill-Ely. He coached at Morgan for a little bit. It's all love. I'm from Baltimore, Morgan State. That's love. At the end of the day, Alabama State, they looked at him and said, we got to get better. And also, to show us no disrespect to him, they didn't just replace the head coach. Got a whole new coaching staff, a whole bunch of new players. It's changing because you can't settle for just being mediocre when you're going up against a Jackson State, a FAMU, when you're going up against these schools that's already out recruiting you. So, in all honesty, and I'm gonna let you go after this, we gotta be better, and we gotta keep it in house because competition is just bringing out the best in us, and that's all it's doing. And I love that for us. So we gotta keep it together. Build the mega conference if you want to. Build the super conference. Let's do it. Competition every week. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great idea. Build it. That's all I'm saying is do it.
Like you said, this is what people fail to realize about this season in HBCU. If you think Jackson State is about to do what they did last year and just basically dominate the conference, you're sadly mistaken. Week in and week out, they are going to have to battle because not only are they, yes, they have the number 2 recruit in the nation, number 1 recruit, whatever you want to say he is, but day in and day out, FAMU, when you see them, you're going to have a neck and neck battle. They have about the same amount of talent as you. And I just don't think what is going to the Big 12 and turning into basically the Vanderbilt of the conference, just going out there and getting beat by 63 every game. What is that doing for you? How is that beneficial to Deion Sanders as opposed to what you're doing in the SWAC? And now what he says ultimate goal is to basically when Jackson State and these other SWAC schools play let me not say Alabama's, but the Auburns of the world, the Mississippi States, have it be a competitive game. Mm-hmm. You can make it a competitive game. Yeah,
that's what you should want.
I think that some of these SWAC schools, you could be on the same level as the conference USA schools, like the UABs, the world, the Southern Miss. You don't have to shoot for the Power 5. We saw a team in Cincinnati this year who is not a Power 5 school, literally, they're going to Big 12 next year or year after next. I can't remember. I don't care. Go to the conference, the college football playoff, and realistically have a chance to beat Alabama at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I don't see a point in leaving. It'll hurt it. It would damage his whole legacy.
I just feel like what we want, like what he said he wanted to do when he came in is working. Regardless, love or hate Deion Sanders, love or hate what Jackson State is doing, it's working.
Yeah.
Because you forcing other teams to get better. Otherwise, you're just gonna have Jackson State running through everybody.
Yeah, because I think that's what everybody envisions them doing this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's not going to be the case. I mean, we'll get into the analytics of who's going to win the SWAC, who's going to do this, who's going to do that at some later date. But as of right now, we know coming from day one, the SWAC is up for grabs. Anybody can get it, and that's what you saw. Look at Alabama in their conference. When Nick Saban started getting all these 5-star players year in and year out, and he almost won 3 championships in a row, what happened? His assistants go to Georgia, Kirby Smart, and all of a sudden now Georgia and Nick Saban and Kirby Smart, they're neck and neck.
I'm trying to tell you, it's all competition.
But I do wish, and this is I don't know if this is gonna happen anytime soon. Deion has said he wants to happen. I want them to have a college football, a SWAC or HBCU playoff. I want to see a playoff. I don't want to just see once your season is over, you go on offensive woodwork. Now I think you still have to qualify for it.
Yeah,
obviously you need to have a good record. You can't go in there at 4 and 8.
Mm-hmm. That was another thing that the SI.com article was talking about was if you have a MEAC and SWAC like super conference, then you could qualify or you could attempt to get an automatic bid for an FCS playoff spot. Yeah. Can you imagine like the TV deals, the promotion deals, all of that type of stuff? That's making everybody money.
Yeah.
And then if you also think about it, if somebody say, okay, I'm going to Alabama State, and we got a 5-star quarterback, or we got a 5-star center in basketball, something like that. Oh, really? Really? Who y'all play? Oh, we play Jackson State. We play FAMU. Okay, I'm gonna come down to see that game. Or okay, I'm trying to get my kid into school. How can I get him here? How can I get him there? Everything's going up. Tuition, all of that, admission, retention, all of that is going up. It's helping. All right. I completely understand everything that people are talking about where they don't see why sports is getting all of this praise and all of this stuff. At the end of the day, if you bringing in people for my school, I'm gonna put money into it, regardless. That's exactly what that does.
Yeah. That's the truth.
Exactly what it does.
That is the truth. And maybe we'll one thing that, no, I'm not going to say that right now. I'm going to say that for another episode. I'm just excited. I just pray that they do not leave the SWAC. I'm praying. Do you realize how many transfers would leave off from every other SWAC school Jackson State decided to leave?
And I know I'm probably a little bit higher on Jackson State, I think, on this channel at least than you are. Just as far as your criticisms of them and stuff like that. But I see exactly how crucial the program is, and I definitely respect them because I feel like when you set a standard, you deserve that respect, and they've definitely done that. Now, of course, when we play them or when we compete against them, of course, I want to win. I want us to come out on top every time. But I just think that, we can't take that standard or that contribution for granted. And then, like I said before, you also got FAMU and us and Alabama A&M and all of the schools in the SWAC. We're all getting better. Like we just agreed, there's no slouches in the SWAC no more.
Yeah, no easy weeks, no guaranteed wins, to say the least.
You're gonna get a game you're gonna get a fight every game.
Yeah. And
that's what we want. That's what's best for the product. That's what's best for all of these schools. And that brings in attendance. Nobody want to see blowouts consistently 24/7.
Yeah.
Everybody want to see a dogfight. Everybody want to see a game. So I love that for us, and I want more of that. I don't want to see that leave because a team felt like they weren't being appreciated or a team felt like they had better opportunity somewhere else.
Most definitely. Well, that's all we got to say on this episode. Let's end on anything else to say. I hope that you got your.
Nah, bro. I'm good, man. I didn't mean to take up the whole show, but I really got to get it off my chest.
Nah, for sure. I feel you. But we appreciate you guys tuning in this episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
And let us know what y'all think.
For sure. Absolutely.
Let us know what y'all think, please.
Like, comment, subscribe. Follow our Instagram, Review, Wildcard2K. Like this video on whatever platform you're on. And like Kendall said, let us know what you think. We out. Peace.